So our first review for tonight is one that is on Netflix that came out in 2020. It's The Devil All the Time. And of course, we have the trailer, and we're going to play the trailer in the back as we go, right? So, Donald Ray Pollock is the writer and the narrator, right? He is the omniscient narrator telling the story of what's happening, right? Bill Skarsgård is Willard. He is the main, that's the father.
Right.
Tom Holland is Arvin.
Okay.
He is the main protagonist. See, this movie spans 3 generations, right? Michael is Arvin at age 9. Haley Bennett is Charlotte. Charlotte has an interesting situation that happens in this picture, and she has an interesting end, an interesting conclusion. Matter of fact, a lot of people in this film have interesting ends, right? Christian Griffith is Emma. She is the grandmother. So we're seeing 3 generations happen here, right? Sebastian is the deputy, right? Bodecker, right?
Right.
Robert Patterson is Reverend Preston Teagarden. Reverend Preston Teagarden is one that you would, well, anyway, you have to see it. This is a good film. This is what my mother would say, a film with substance. A film of substance,
it is
right?
Substance.
Right? So, Sandy and Carl. Sandy and Carl are 2 people in the film that come together, and they have an interesting life together as
Quite
the life
interesting.
ends.
Right.
So we don't want to give you too much, because we want you to see this film.
It was
right?
good about this film is it reminds me of kind of like, you know how in the film Crash, there were like multiple storylines going on.
It's an ensemble.
It's an ensemble cast, and there are multiple storylines going on, and then in the end they all kind of come together. But it's quite interesting.
Yes, it's all weaving around, right?
It's weaving around, and it's not predictable at all.
Not predictable at all.
Because it's quite shocking.
Quite shocking.
Yeah, and it is. It's a really, really good film.
It should be called Everyone Gets Their Just Due. That's what this film should be called.
It should.
Spanning 3 generations, Devil deals with the sins of the past coming to bite you in your, right? As a little boy, now a man, exacts vengeance in Knock'em Ohio. Now, if you did not know, there is a city in southern Ohio called Knock'em, right?
Yep.
So, cinematography is a 10. Storyline, through line is a 10.
Okay.
Character arc is a 10.
Okay.
Acting skill,
Okay.
emoting is a 10.
Okay.
The way that the actors bring this, bring the characters to life, and when the close-up is there, I mean, you really feel it.
Yeah.
Wardrobes, cars, the settings, the sets, that's a 10.
Yeah.
Drama, the drama and lies, that's a 10.
Right.
Knock'em as a character, going between Knock'em and Virginia, but mostly Knock'em, that's a 10. Story beats. There are beats that happen a generation before that come into the later generations, right? That's a 10. Believability, that's a 10.
Right.
historical truths,
Right.
that's a 10. What would you give The Devil
I mean,
All the Time?
I agree with the scoring except for one thing. Okay, so I'm going to have to take it to give it an 8.
What's that?
Because Robert Pattinson, right?
Oh, okay.
So his, it takes place in the Midwest. So I'm trying to figure out if his dialect, if it's supposed to be Midwest, it's not, because I'm from the Midwest. So,
right.
And if it's supposed to be Southern,
like Southern Ohio,
it's not
working,
because I have family from the South. So, but he's what, an English or British actor?
Yeah, but
so but the thing is, right? That's what I was about to say. Tom Holland is not American. He's not an American actor, but he did a great job playing Southern he's from what is it, Stockholm?
Yeah.
What's the name of the city? Knock'em Stiff.
Knock'em Stiff. Yeah.
So Tom Holland had a great accent coming from the Midwest.
Yes, he
Southern
did.
part of Ohio.
Yeah,
so he had that Southern twang, and it was realistic. But Patterson, Robert Patterson, he's a good actor. It's just the dialect.
He just didn't have it. It was just one dimensional.
Yeah.
It didn't open up because certain inflections weren't there. He was like more monotone with it. He didn't go to highs, he didn't go to lows, because certain octaves change and pitch changes with the dialect of a Midwestern person.
Right.
And he didn't, a Southern Midwestern person at that. And he didn't have it. It was like more like he studied for being just a Southern person, but he just didn't nail it. So I can see that. So your rating will probably be like a 8.9, right?
I guess so.
Because Holland was so strong.
Holland did great.
I overlooked him because he was just a secondary character.
Holland was the star, right?
He was just Sebastian was just the character just to, move the story along.
Yeah, but that's just like that film we reviewed with, what is it, Taraji P. Henson, and I can't think of the movie, but one of the guys was supposed to be Southern. You remember? Right. And he didn't have a Southern accent. I'm trying to figure out how this man came from the South, and he was from overseas also. Right. But I'm like, how does he have a British accent? He's supposed to be from the South. From that, I can, So, but yeah, Tom Holland did a great job, and so. Yeah. So,
what would you give it overall? Is that knocking it down from the 10? Is you gonna give it an 8.9 or a 9.2? No. I mean, give him your rating.
No, I give it. I mean, the film. Tom Holland gets a 10 for his acting. It was a great film, but the reason why I said 8 is because the person that did the casting, he should have worked on his dialect.
But that would have been more like the director.
The director should have worked on the dialect.
Yeah, that's true.
So to get a 10, I mean, I need it to be believable.
Now that I might have to go acting skill and emoting. Acting skill will be the dialect. So I think I'm going to have to go 9 on that, which brings my score down, which brings the total score of everything I said down to 9.2. And how do I know that? Because there's another film with a 9.2 coming up tonight. So yes, I'm going to have to change because my wife brought that to me. And that's right. Sebastian should have been better. So that's going to be, because that changes acting skill of all the actors down to a 9. So that brings that down to a 9.2. Wow. We've got the critic in the house, y'all. We got the critic in the house. I'm the filmmaker, she's the critic. But this is true, people, because that's true. So I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking about how great a film it is. Yes. The film is great. It's a 9.2. Yeah. Go out and see it. My wife gave it an 8. I gave it a 9.2. That is pretty good. Go to Netflix and see the film.